What's up, everybody? Saiyan SC here, bringing you some more NA team battle. Got a epic PVZ here for you today. Over in the center left on Ascension, we've got Razz, and down here in the bottom right, Hawk. I've seen both these players multiple times here on the channel so far. They pumped out some pretty great games. And here on Ascension, we're going to get a good look at their take on this map and how it should be played out in PvZ. We haven't seen this on ladder yet. I've just heard through Reddit that there should be a new season coming soon, a new ranked season. Looking forward to that. Blizzard said in the next few weeks. So just a bit of whoopsie. Turn on that D&D. Sorry about that. We've got a double gateway here in the front. Oh, hell yeah. I have been losing to this so much on the ladder, and I just cannot figure out what's the best way to deal with it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Hawk decides to take this on. Just producing 6 lings right now, and we'll see if he can deal with this appropriately, because what I've found in my dealings with it, even if I go ahead and throw down this hatch, and the hatch has actually been delayed by quite a bit here, which makes it super annoying. You actually really want to throw down a sunken colony here as quickly as possible to stop these zealots from breaking your natural. But even with that sunken, I find that I lose a lot of my games in this situation. He's grabbing his gas right away, wants to get that speed as soon as possible, keeping his lings here out in the front, but the zealot numbers are going to grow here. And with the probe, I've found a lot of people are actually bringing multiple probes along with this attack. I've seen up to 4 probes with 4 zealots hitting you at a very, very early timing, and it can be incredibly scary as the Zerg player to try and deal with that. Just try to fight against that. Even with a overwhelming number of lings, it seems really, really hard to stop. Now, I don't think we're going to see that. We're just seeing 1 probe right now coming across the map. This zealot kind of just chilling in this wall here. I don't think this is a tight wall. It doesn't look like a tight wall, but it may well indeed be. He sees the zealots across, or he sees the Zerglings out here on the map, so now he knows it's safe to send the future zealots straight across and try to fight this. Hanging out here in the natural, and as soon as the rest of these zealots arrive, this is going to be an incredibly scary force. We're still quite a ways away from the metabolic boost being finished, and there's the sunken colony starting up just now. So this is a very scary moment here for the Zerg player. Let's see if he can hold on. He's got just about 12 lings, but guys, I have lost games just like this in the past. We'll see if he can hold on. Sunken colony is coming up, more lings are popping out, and that's a pretty darn good surround. Nicely done here by Hawk. He picks off the probe as well. We're going to jump on top of the sunken colony, but the sunken colony finishes just in time. Going to run by, and a lot of damage is going down on these zealots right now. A beautiful hold here so far from Hawk, and it looks like he just has enough. Going to pop out a few more lings here and finish off these last zealots. This is not a good trade here. Another zealot making it in, but does die immediately thereafter. Going after the drones now. No, just still going to fight with the lings. And finally, the metabolic boost does finish. More lings are going to pop out. And this zealot harassment will be contained. Nicely done by Hawk, but it was close. Almost managed to slip by there. Taking notes right now, guys. Taking some notes, because I honestly, I've died to this so many fucking times. It's so annoying. We've got a cannon on the way. Some zealots are here in the gaps between the... Oh my gosh, no, that gap is too big. Wow, this could be really, really bad. I thought he had that covered there. Yeah, you also have to cover the top of this, so this is not the best map to do this on. I've seen it a lot more on Polypoid, where it seems to be a pretty much ling-tight wall, except for 1 gap in between the gateways. So a much better build on that map. A lot of probes are going down here. I think at least 3 or 4 have fallen. Looks like another one going to drop down there as well. Not moving the zealots right now. Razz losing a lot of his economy and putting himself in a serious deficit here. Finally, the Nexus will go down, but this is definitely going in the favor of Hawk at this point. He is doing a great job of dealing with this play, putting me to shame right now because I lose this way too often. I'm going to have to make some adjustments to my play. Now, Hawk sending out a bunch more lings. It looks like he wants to continue this pressure, maybe try to pick off some more drones, hopefully get over here before our Protoss player is actually ready for it, but it appears that he's set up that full wall. Now, he's not quite in position there. Of course, here, I don't think this is tight either. Got to be very careful with that. Let's see. Sending out a probe here. Gonna go ahead and take a look around. He doesn't see all these lings chilling right here. Perhaps this was just lings produced to counter any move out from these 5 zealots. Just crush them immediately as they moved out, but back at home, he is adding on a bunch of drones, getting ready for that mid-game. No lair, still not mining any gas, just focusing on droning up right now. What have we got for... Oh, we're actually missing the unit panel here. Oh, or the statistics panel. Take a look at that. Ooh, drones are way ahead of the probes. I'd say that because you should be at this point at least 4 or 5 drones or probes ahead of your Zerg opponent. Now these lings are going to jump right in here and kill this cannon. Oh no, calamity right now for Razz. Nice pull of the probes. He's going to lose that cannon though, and more probes are going to go down, so you can see this number dropping by quite a lot here. Razz sending all of his workers back, or all of his zealots back home here. Trying to keep himself alive. More lings are in production as well. Just in case those zealots were sent straight across the map, he needs something back at home to deal with that. But just the zealots chilling here, man. They're just fighting inside the main. Hasn't even started the +1 upgrade for the ground weapons just yet. And can't even mine off his main base. Oh man, Razz is getting absolutely smashed right now. I don't know how Hawk can lose this game, possibly. Should be a pretty simple finish from here. Gonna run by once again, kill this cannon. Cannon is gonna go down, though there is one more. Nice block with the probes. It is picking off a lot of those lings, so not too bad. Another cannon going to come up in the main here, but the damage has already been done. You can see 4 drones ahead. That's crazy right now. At this time in the matchup to be... This is now 8, 9. Oh my goodness, the drone count. The drone lead is insane right now. We don't actually have a Hydra Den finish though, and this Corsair is going to get some damage. It's going to kill at least 1, maybe 2 Overlords. Just something here. There'll be an Evo chamber coming up at the front. Now Razz is completely secure, but his opponent has droned up significantly here. 10 drones ahead of the Protoss. Another Overlord going to fall. And that's going to continue to supply block. So we're having a bit of a catch-up here from Razz, who's pumping off of double Nexus. And not producing any more Corsairs. I don't know why this is even spinning right now. Why would you even buy this? You're not even going to produce any more? That seems a little bit crazy. But he is going to take that. I would actually cancel that, just seeing that there's no layer. I'm not really a Protoss player, but just intuitively it feels like canceling the air weapons upgrade would make more sense. Now, he is getting that ground weapons. He's adding on those additional gateways as well. And the probe count is continuing to grow. He did, I think, get 2. No, only maybe 1 Overlord went down. And the Hydralisks are popping out now. The movement speed and +1 being added on. I think actually getting into Lurker here wouldn't be too bad. Going directly into Lurker. You can get your 4th base up. It's going to be very, very tough for your opponent to secure their 4th. And probably the only thing that is viable right now out of Razz is going to be a kind of crazy Zealot attack. Just trying to make things chaotic, fighting in different locations. And with Mass Hydra, it can be tough to get in the right position to have your Hydras all in the perfect spot to not be killed off by those Zealots. But if you have a couple of Lurkers, it's basically child's play. You just block these entrances and you just have a couple of Lurkers and they can't do anything. So getting into range, there might be a moment here with the +1 and the speed being finished that Razz could maybe get a run by over here and then do a run into the main. Something like that to just make things crazy and try to make up this disadvantage that he's found himself in. Still 2 probes behind his opponent, who's droned up almost to 40. Could actually use to drone up a little bit more now that all these Hydralisks have been produced. There's no real reason to move out right now. He has the information here of that there's no third base. He doesn't have the Overlord speed, so there's no way to really break this base. You can, as Razz, just produce some DTs if you're feeling threatened, and you will absolutely not be broken here. So this seems a little bit funny for me, coming from what Hawk is doing. Yeah, see, this DT just shuts this down completely. And there will be Overlord speed pretty soon, but it's not done yet. So this DT just going to go to work here and kill off a bunch of these Hydras. Meanwhile, getting up to 42 drones. We've added on quite a few more back at home. That 4th base not quite being established yet. And no Lurker upgrade just yet. So I'm a little bit surprised that the Lurker upgrade hasn't been started. We've got a Spire coming down. That is a very smart play here at this point to just get that Spire, even though you've survived thus far with just Hydra. Getting the Spire is going to allow you to make either mutas or, of course, the Scourge. Scourge going to be very important for picking off things like dropships. It's shuttles, excuse me. It'd be a great way for Razz to get back into this game to get some sort of drop harassment going, either dropping Zealots, DTs, or even Storms into some of these bases, try to pick off some workers and come back in the game that way. But if you do pop out some Scourge and just litter them around the map, there's no possible way that that can actually occur unless your opponent invests fully into getting the speed upgrade and the shuttles and all that. It's quite expensive. And then it's very difficult to dodge all of the Scourge and find your way to a reasonable target. So I like the Spire coming up. The Mutalisks that are coming out right now, probably just going to be used to deal with this early Zealot timing. It's going to force Razz to wait for quite a long time until he's got a decent number of Dragoons. He may even have to produce some Corsairs as well to deal with those Mutalisks that are out now. But I'm quite curious as to why we're not seeing any Lurkers at this point. Getting out Lurker is very, very strong. Oh, what's this? What's inside here? Ooh, this could be deadly. I don't think it's been seen. Now it's been spotted. Huge moment here. Will Hawk react? It seems like he's still moving all of his units across the map. I think he does see it now. No, he does not. Here comes the Storm drop over at the 3rd base. Storm... Oh, that's nasty. 8 kills. Gonna slide by here as well. He's still got a Zealot, a DT, and a Templar inside this. Oh, a bit of a miss there. A bit of a whiff. Only 1 kill. If he had cast it on this side, that would have been much more deadly. Here comes the DT as well, going for some drones. Come on, man. Go, 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 go. Oh, only 1 more. Oh, that sucks. We've got to dive in here at the natural, but this is going to be very difficult to break through with all these storms. Damn, those are some nasty storms. A bunch of the Mutalisks go down as well. So kind of a crazy attack there into the natural of Razz, and now things are looking a little bit more even. All those Hydras went down. Ooh, we've got a sneak base up here as well. Unfortunately, though, spotted by Mr. Eagleburger Hawk. Keeping his eyes sharp, watching the map, making sure that no sneak bases come down. Razz is going to have to get a base out here honorably by pushing his way out on this map and actually securing this base here. There's no really other way to do it with Hawk watching out this carefully. So he's going to send another drop around the map. I'm not sure if he can make it through. Once he kills this Zergling, actually, his path will be relatively clear, except for these Hydras in the main. I'm surprised. Okay, there we go. Now we've got some Scourge. I was going to say, I'm surprised we don't have Scourge here, considering we do have that Spire. 57 workers. This is all that Hawk needs to fight this. Now he's got some Lurkers out as well. He can absolutely fight with 57 workers for a very long time. Should probably send out another drone, just secure a base, just kind of as a placeholder there. He can get a Nidus over in that location and eventually saturate that. But for now, he's going to push up here through the middle. Let's get a wide view of all of the action here. Going to set up some Lurkers on the left side. They are sort of on the low ground here, though, and losing some of those Lurkers for free. Razz pushing forward and just eliminating those is a pretty good trade for him. Now, even on supply, still behind in the worker count, but Razz does have a pretty decent army here for fighting. 3 Templar are available for the storms. We've got 4 Zealots being sent into the base. He will lose the shuttle, though, and all of these Zealots are going to go down. Maybe killing just a couple of workers. No, not even that. Going to accidentally aggro there onto the sunken colony. Here we go, pushing out across the map, keeping this observer alive. Very importantly, pushes everything back and will get a good engage with the Dragoons onto a bunch of these Lurkers. Beautiful storm there, annihilating these Hydras as they come up, and these Lurkers running forward and burrowing. Not the best way to utilize those units. Ooh, the observer gets picked off though, and now the Lurkers are getting their value. I was expecting a storm and a bunch of Dragoon shots to go down on that clump of Lurkers, but it just didn't happen. And so he was able to get the value that he needed out of those Lurkers. Kick off that observer now. Coming across the map here. We'll see if Razz can push through with this army going for a counterattack. I don't think this is enough for Mr. Hawk here. We do have the cannon. It's probably going to go down pretty fast. Once it does fall, there's no way to actually spot this out. So, waiting for an observer there. Getting pushed off this high ground. No energy for storms, I don't think, just yet. Okay, there's one storm there. This one does not have a storm, and all of the dragons just running back. This one Templar is going to get everybody killed here by just being so incredibly slow. Like, we are going to finish off the fewer remaining Dragoons. Yeah, that Templar just body blocked all of the Dragoons and the Zealots as they were trying to escape. Ended up getting a lot of them killed. And now, this is rough. We don't have much left over for Razz, but Hawk is going to back off with this medium-sized group of Hydra and Ling. I looked like he could maybe take that fight, but I guess with a couple of good storms, it probably would have been massacred. So gonna wait for a bunch more Lurkers here. The attack speed upgrade for Lings is coming through. We've also got that Defiler's Nest. Defiler's Den? Defiler Mound, that's what it is. Defiler Mound is coming up. The Evolution Chamber being added on as well. So we're gonna get triple upgrades here in a moment. We've already got 2 pumping away. And yes, he did manage to snag that base up in the top center. And he should be getting an Nidus network up here pretty quick, just in the front here by the macro hatches. Send all of those units, or just get ready to send all those units through just in case an attack does come through on the top center now. A counterattack here with some cracklings. Gonna go to work on this Nexus. Managed to pick off a couple of cannons there. So a good trade there by Hawk. Gotta get back on this high ground. Don't allow the Zerg up here. Uh-oh, that's not good. A lot of the units, too many of the units were sent to deal with those Lings, but the storms are amazing. absolutely fantastic storms there from Razz, able to push this Zerg force off that high ground. Was a precarious moment indeed for the Protoss player, but manages to take that area back and has secured this base down in the bottom center. So more lings being poured across the map. This is the point in the game where it's kind of viable now for the Zerg player to just continuously build lings and just send them out into different locations, hoping that maybe a base like this exists where there's not enough cannons here. A group of cracklings comes in, 12 cracklings, while the Protoss player is distracted. This Nexus is just gone. So we'll be looking for that to occur here a little bit later as Eagle Burger continues to pump up his supply to just fire out those links. You can see how much money he has right now. An additional 2 or 3 hatches up here in the top center would actually be really smart at this point, just on that production. Coming up onto this high ground, trying to take a fight here. The Zealots are kind of leading. That's a lot of the lurkers in the back, but they're pretty stacked up. If we get some good storms on these back clumps of lurkers, could absolutely see a push through here. But actually, Hawk gonna run forward and try to take this fight. I don't know about this. I guess he manages to push it away. There's not enough for Storm here on any of these Templars, so yes, he will push this away. Gets back up onto the high ground though, and that's gonna be hard for Hawk to actually break through. All he has right now are a bunch of lurkers on this low ground. So Razz gonna take the opportunity to shoot a few of them down. There we go, picking off a couple. Big groups of lings coming through here. A very nice storm to soften them up. Sending the rest of his army around this side to fight with the reinforcing units here of Hawk. But we're very low on supply right now. 100 to 110. Another base coming up here for Razz. It appears that Hawk hasn't realized this yet. Otherwise, I'm sure he would deny this. Just send the lurkers over there. Razz army is so incredibly small, but he's barely managing to hang on somehow, some way to these bases. He's actually adding on some Reavers, so getting scrappy here. Making sure that he has that splash damage that can deny some of these Ling counterattacks in a very efficient way. Meanwhile, Hawk still doesn't know about this base. He's gathering his forces. He's got quite a few fresh mutas popping out as well. Getting those upgrades. 3-1 is finished. What do we got? 1-1 here for these Zerglings. How are we doing on upgrades here? 1-2 for the ground weapons there. So not the greatest upgrades for this Protoss player. He's about to get 2 plus 2 here, but I think he's only upgrading off of a single forge. Just a little bit unfortunate. Being on 5 bases as he is right now, having a double forge going is pretty significant. Now, still holding up here on the high ground. I think that this has gone completely unnoticed by our Zerg player. I don't know if he's even scouted this area. We can't really tell right now, but he's got a Defiler out on the map now. We've got the shuttle movement coming down. Every upgrade is coming right now for the Zerg player. He's snagging even more bases up here in the top. Big plague there on a bunch of these units, but Razz is starting to get up in supply. He's getting into this giant army that maybe can crack into Hawk's bases. It's possible to come up here once he's got a few of these Reavers at each base and a bunch of cannons, like at this location. Oh, that's not good. 5 Guardians here on this side, gonna be able to do work onto this 4th base. Pretty good storm there, gonna catch about 3, maybe 4 of these. Okay, does he have another storm? Yes, he does. Just 2 more storms could finish this off, but he's not paying attention. There's a big battle here going on at the 5th base. Of course, with the Reaver here, it makes it much more difficult to actually fight this. Okay, Reaver actually does go down, but he holds this base. Gonna be able to push through and kill these lurkers as well. Quite a few of those Templar did go down, though. It seems like they were running forward and got picked up by the spines. Okay, the Guardians have finally been dealt with. And we've got not a lot of hatcheries here for Hawk. At this point, with 15,000 resources, you can absolutely afford to just throw down, again, I said about 3 more hatcheries over in this location. You've got the cash for it. You've got the drone count for it. Might as well start throwing up a bunch of sunken colonies at these locations as well. Looks like Razz is finally almost ready to move out. I'm questioning this play, though, a little bit. You need more cannons here with a couple of those Reavers as well. Wait for maybe 1, 2 Reavers to come down. Here's another attack here, but with the Reaver and the Storm, no can do. This is not going to work out. Ooh, this is a very low HP Reaver, and the Reaver is in a weird position where the Scarab is somehow popping out the back. Okay, there we go. It's going to actually move in the right direction this time, but still very annoying. Get underneath the Dark Swarm. There we go. Getting under the Dark Swarm there. Trying to keep himself alive. Not going to actually take any damage under the Dark Swarm to the Hydras, so working against the Zerg player there for a moment. His single scout is out. Just getting prepared for the possibility of more of these Guardians being sent into the main, but I don't think that he's interested in doing that anymore. Guardians are pretty crappy against Protoss. They get pretty owned by basically everything. So, probably not going to see any more of those. Instead, we're just going to have tons of Lurkers, tons of Lings. We actually need to make all these into Lurkers as well, because the number of Dragoons is really low. Lurkers are going to be very, very efficient against all of these Zealots and Archons that move slowly and in big groups towards their targets. So we've got more of these Lurkers coming up and kind of trapping the Protoss army here, but I don't think this is what you want to do as Hawk, because now I think that Razz could just break this base. Don't go back this direction. No. Okay, he's actually going to try and fight this. But I feel like going through and just killing these bases would be much more efficient. You can actually absolutely defend here with this number of cannons and Reaver. You don't actually need to fight this army. Just go around it and start killing bases off. Looks like you're going to take a fight here. This is a lot of Archons now. And how are the Archons upgrades doing? 2-2. Well, we do have a drop here in the main coming through. But with the Reaver and a bunch of Zealots, some cannons as well. Going to clean that up nicely. Looks like trying to push through, but Hawk doing a great job of just dragging Razz back every single time he tries to move forward, pulling him back into a fight here instead of going across the map and actually going to kill some bases. Razz is now going to move on to this high ground. His Archon count has been heavily reduced. There's no Dragoons left. He's mined out here in the natural and the main. Third base getting low as well. Fourth base still okay. Fifth base, yeah, still healthy. And we're going to get a sixth now. So nearly half the map has been snagged by Razz. There's still a few bases out near the middle. Those are going to be hard to hold for either player, but you can definitely fight here as the Protoss player, even with very little bases, with very few bases. As long as you have around half the map, you can absolutely win that game. You're just going to trade so efficiently with all the Templar you're producing. Now, this attack could be huge. It's going to take out this base, which, I mean, doesn't have that many minerals left over, but it's still a significant location on the map. It's between a bunch of these different bases. Now, he's actually going to start this attack here and try to break this base. We do have Reavers being brought up for the attack as well. The Archons are just eating these Lings alive. We do have the Observer, but he's got to move them forward. Eating a lot of damage from these Lurkers. Wait a second. He cannot be just eating all this damage. He's going to lose all these Archons. Oh my goodness, a lot of the Archons going down here when he's got a couple of the Reavers there that could have absolutely dealt with those Lurkers without much problem whatsoever. Now an attack here has actually cleaned up the natural. So he continued to move forward there. It cleans up that area. It's going to send the Reavers in, it looks like, but this is not very good. I think he needs to actually send these Reavers to this location here. There's not much defense over here, and this is his newest, freshest base. Needs to saturate that base as well. And what do we have overall for the probe count? Not very much. Looks like a drop here. We'll try and get a few of these drones, but not going to be very successful. Gonna drop again. The Reaver. Nice one there. Picking off a bunch of drones. Down to 45 for Hawk here. Still no defense at this base, and this is a major oversight from Mr. Razz here. Losing this base is crucial. Had he brought some Reavers over here and a few Archons, that base would probably have held, and it would have made his life a lot easier in this game. I'm not sure if he's going to win this or not, but this is getting to be pretty darn scrappy here. We've got a lot of drones being transferred. That was a mined out base. Only 2 bases actually mining on the map right now for Hawk, and 2 bases mining on the map right now for Razz as well. So we are on equivalent number of bases here, which is kind of ridiculous, kind of wild, and the supply counts are really even. This is anybody's game right now. We're 32 minutes in, and anybody could take this one. Big group of Hydra and Lurker moving around the top side here. We'll see if he can actually make his way in. See this fight here. The Reaver shots are going to be massive. One of the Reavers does get picked off already, which is pretty painful there for Razz, but I think he could actually snag this base here if he was so inclined. Plagues coming down on a lot of these probes, as well as the Reaver, and some denial of the mining here on the high ground. With the Lurker actually able to hit the assimilator, that will be he will be putting a stop to that here pretty soon. Hopefully with the Reaver, maybe with the Storm. There we go. Storm comes down. Another Plague is cast. Not much else going on the map right now. Everything is being focused in this location. Minimal amount of mining that's left. There's actually enough here to build another Nexus, I think, as well. He could end up doing that. A lot of units from Hawk trying to push down this ramp, but is this the right choice? There are quite a few Reavers here. He's actually got to get them forward, though, and start to use their Scarabs to pick off these Lurkers a little bit more efficiently. Here comes some Scourges trying to pick off a Observer or two, but not able to do so. No Overlord in the area. Also, maybe going after the shuttle, but not going to be able to do that either. He really needs a Reaver over here. A Reaver over here is so necessary. He's got one, but it's out of range. It's not being used properly to take down these Lurkers as they push forward. There we go, getting a good shot. But he absolutely needs to use Reavers here. Where are the Reaver shots? Whoa, that Storm is massive. Annihilating those Hydras as they come down the ramp. A flank on this Reaver. Get the shot. Get the shot. No shot from the Reaver. The Scarab does not come out. And this might be the breaking point for Razz, who's held on for an incredible long time. But it feels like his time is about to run out here. What do we have for Hawk? He hasn't added on any additional bases, and his money is running out. Oh my goodness, some of these Reavers have managed to make it over here. 9 kill, 3 kill. Not sure if those are all drones or not, but a lot of damage going down on that base. Tons of Hydras coming up, but where's the Dark Swarm? He throws it down on this side instead of in the front. On top of these Hydras, a big Storm comes down. We don't have enough Zealots, though, to deal with this, and the cannons are dying incredibly fast. Looks like Razz gonna lose this base and will have to fall back. Relegated to only a single mining base here, with another base coming up in the center. This has been completely destroyed, though. More damage coming out here with this Reaver and Shuttle. Oh, gonna lose the Reaver and the Shuttle, though. Quite a few of the drones were pushed away, though, and we're actually down to just 28 drones at this point. So very little mining for both players. You can see the minerals going up incredibly slowly, but this base is so critical. If Razz is able to keep this alive for a little bit, he's going to be able to potentially make a big comeback in this game. It's been Zerg favored for so long, but now I'm starting to feel it a little bit here for the Protoss player. I think we need to get some of these drones at this point. We've got a lot of drones mining off of just dead Vespian Geysers, depleted Vespian Geysers that could have been used to mine at those fresh bases. More drops coming down here. A big DT drop over in this location while this attack is going down. The storms there keeping Razz alive a little bit longer, and this DT is doing huge work here with 8 kills. He could actually come in here as well. Oh my god. Is Hawk actually going to lose this game? He's losing his main base, Razz is, but he can still produce. He can still produce Zealots. He can still produce Archons. Oh my god, so many drones are going down. Oh, 14 kills. 14 kill DT. Just annihilating the economy there for Hawk there. And some storms going to come down. Denied once again this push out, but he does lose his observer. An accidental storm on that observer going to make that just a little bit more difficult to deal with. Those lurkers that are going to be coming up here quite soon. We have dealt with the Hydra and lurker here in the main. Got a Reaver over in this location as well, but Razz is really strapped for cash at the moment. Hawk in a similar situation. This is so tough for the Zerg player trying to break through these locations, and you just cannot do it. Because even with all the tools that you have, you need the mass. You need the overwhelming numbers. Otherwise, your opponent is just going to continually throw down storms, and they're never going to run out of that energy. Especially with the Kydarian Amulet. Got a lot of energy here. And with 4 Templar, even if you're forced to storm over and over and over again, you're just going to always have a little bit more storms. You're always going to be able to pump those out. More DT action here in the top center. Picks off another 3 drones. And we're down to just 20 workers on both sides. This is a very close game at the moment. What do we have in here? A couple of Zealots going to be sent around the map. Looking for some more kills on some workers. Finally, those workers that were busy on the depleted geysers actually being sent across now. These ones were forgotten. This drone here as well forgotten, but most of the drones have been collected and sent to the real work here up at the top center. 2 Zealots being sent over to this location. More drones being added on. He's up to 25 now, but can he actually fight against this army that Razz is starting to produce? Plagues on all of these units, so making them extremely weak. Going to pick off a few more drones, bringing that drone count back down to 21. Ooh, this is so close, guys. I feel like Razz might end up taking it, though. He's still got a few workers over here that need to get to work, but this is a fresh mining location. Maybe putting a lurker here wouldn't be a bad idea. Just drop a lurker here, kill a few probes. He has to storm it twice, then you just move another lurker here. I think this can hit. If you put a lurker right there, I think you can hit these patches. But I'm not really sure. 2 more shuttles coming up here. What do we got in these shuttles? A Reaver and some storms and 2 Zealots as well. So this is a deadly drop. We'll see if he can actually connect with this. Maybe he can get one of these dropships with the Scourge. That would be massive. Ooh, he just pulled away. Oh, he pulled away at the last second. Oh my gosh, he does have the Hydras coming in, but oh my goodness. Okay, he does get that that Reaver before it can get the last shot. I don't think we have anything left in here. Okay, one Zealot is alive inside there, and he actually denies that without too many losses. Quite a few of the Hydras did go down, but that could have been much, much worse. It also could have been much, much better had he actually caught one of those dropships as they were coming in. Unfortunately, though, just pulling away at the last moment, and he loses that shuttle as well. Oh my god, this is crazy right now. We're not actually even building any more workers for Razz. He's just focusing on getting some workers out and trying to harass his opponent's economy as much as possible. This is almost mined out here. This is still a fresh base, but we're gonna have to see another base being taken on both sides because this base is about to mine out. Potential here. Maybe he wants to take this base. Yeah, Razz gonna try and take this one, it looks like. And even just cannons right now are pretty darn strong. We do have several of these defilers out on the map. That is such good value right now, I tell you. So much value out of these Reavers you can get now with lurkers being so good. You definitely want to be building lurkers to prevent the zealots from running by and that type of thing, but Reavers are just going to annihilate them. There's no way to take a good trade against Reavers with lurkers, so the Reavers are just always going to hit them from range. Even if they try to run up, it's pretty pathetic. So let's see what we have here. Do we have the upgrade? No, we do not have the Reaver upgrade. We're still pretty strapped for cash here on the side of Razz. He's actually got a shuttle out as well, still adding on units, sending them across, and this force is formidable. That is an insane number of storms, but look at this. Oh boy. Couple of mutas coming in. Actually, how many mutas is this? Well, 6 mutas do come in, and they managed to pick off a Templar. Gonna get another one here. Oh, picks up another Templar. Ooh, another Templar goes down. He actually storms his own units. This is such a good tech switch from Hawk. Getting those mutas out was enormous. Able to pick off a lot of these units, but can he actually take the fight now that he's picked off those Templar? Does he have enough? Dropping the lurkers here inside the storm's gonna lose those very, very quickly. Another plague does go down, but those 2 storms did pretty much whiff. We'll see if there's enough muscle left over for Razz to actually take this. He needs to make some Archons here. Oh, the lack of Archons really hurting Razz, and he loses everything. Oh my goodness, this force was so incredibly scary, but an excellent hold by Hawk. Getting those mutas out just in time, just barely in time to slow down that attack, to kill off some of those Templars, and actually got the shuttle as well, I think. So that was a very close but very good hold from Hawk, and now he's going to be able to try and take this next base. I don't know about Razz here. He's sending his units across the map, but they're going to start to get picked off by these Mutalisks. In these scrappy situations, the Mutalisks are just so good. Looks like he's going to lose quite a few of those, but he baits out a lot of Storm. We don't have any Reavers down this location now, so a single Dark Swarm, you can actually absolutely kill this base. Looks like he might be going for the main, though, however. And I don't think there's enough here for Razz to keep that base alive, to keep his main alive. He just doesn't really have much. Sitting here at 71 supply to 55. Only 14 drones left. What did I miss? A Reaver drop here. Kills off a bunch more drones. Nicely done by Razz to just pick off those additional drones. Bringing him so incredibly low in that mining. Can barely saturate one base here, not to mention this base over here, which he's just taken. He needs to add on so many more drones before that's even worth it. Some reinforcements just running out here to their death. And I don't know if he can actually take this. Oh, big shots! Ooh, huge shots on that Archon. Able to hit all of those mutas. Okay, there's only about 3 mutas in that group, so not the largest damage, but pretty significant there when you're talking about these low numbers of units. Those mutas can absolutely be used to pick off Templar in this situation, so keeping those alive is a very high priority. It looks like he's going to be lifting up a few units here. I'm not sure where this is going. A drone and a Hydralisk in an Overlord. Let's see where that ends up making its way to. We're going to have a fight over here. Quite a few Hydras, no lurkers in this group, but only 2 Zealots are in there. So, wow, that was a lot of good storms, just pushing everything back. Still not really certain as to what this Overload is doing or where it's going. I think that must have been a misclick. Just simply right-clicking on your Overlord by accident can force you to pick those units up. This might end up getting picked off here. That would be pretty unfortunate. Another big flag on a lot of these units, bringing all of the Dragoon's HP down to 1. Or what is it, 3? 3 HP? 3 HP on everything. Making some Guardians here. Gonna stop the mining for Razz at this location. And that's significant because he really doesn't have any other mining at this point. He's gonna have to bring some Templar, of course. Gonna bring some Dragoons over as well. Should be able to deal with this and get back to mining here. It's not going to slow him down too much, but only 17 drones remain. 17 workers remain for Razz now. Wow, I guess these actually killed a lot more workers than I thought. I didn't see the kill count on the other one, but this one has 2 kills. We've got those probes kind of falling back and forth across the map here. Going to lose some more, it looks like, as well. So these probes do get back to work. How many hits does it take? 3 hits for a kill. Cannot get this to stop. Oh my god, he's gonna lose all of his probes here. Okay, it actually floated back. Oh my god, Guardians are so dumb. It floated backwards there. And the Dragoon walking into his death. Looks like some more drones might have been picked off here. Maybe that a Reaver getting dropped off once again, but my eyes are glued on this location. Look at this. Killing off more workers. We're dropping slowly down to the single digits here. 17 workers remain. He's going to transfer, it looks like, over to this location. We still have some minerals over here, but it's not looking good. Not looking healthy, that's for sure. And we're going to have to see another base taken by Razz pretty quickly here. He can produce a lot of workers at the same time. I mean, he's got a lot of Nexus. But, man, oh man. We're just so incredibly close right now. We don't have any drops or anything. Gonna lose this base. Hawk with barely anything left, man. Come on. Can he actually break in here? What if you lurkers set up? I don't think this is a good idea for Razz to try and break through this location. There's a few too many lurkers and too good of a spread, and there's no observer here, so yeah, no way to break through that. He's gonna have to allow Hawk to continue mining on at least these 2 bases for now. This one is about to mine out. This is depleted as well. Almost depleted on this gas geyser. We've got some units over here. I don't know what they were doing in that location, but they're going to go ahead and join the rest of the group. This looks like enough to actually defeat this Protoss army, and there's nothing defending this base. So, I think that Hawk can get this. He just needs to attack this location now and dodge storms efficiently, and he should be fine. Here it comes, possibly the final battle of the game. Let's zoom out a little bit here. We get the full view. Nice storms, but these lurkers are going to get up here onto this Nexus and push all of the probes away. We've got another Nexus up here on this high ground, but only 11 probes remain for Razz, who's playing Refugee Protoss here in PvZ. Not something you'd see every day. More storms coming down. He's got quite a few more. The probes. Not paying attention there. Gonna end up losing some more probes even, and pick off on a Templar. Huge pick off. He needs to just camp right here next to this ramp, but no, he's not in position. And now Hawk is going to make it up this area, and there's an observer. Gets picked off. No observer. Ooh, the last observer as it was coming up. Hawk needed, or Razz needed to be here. But he decided to walk up with his army, and he loses the observer. He loses the Nexus. And I think he loses the final hope he had in this game with the Guardian coming out once again. Going to stop the mining. Hawk still has quite a bit. His army supply is looking good. He's going to go for an attack here. I think this is not the move. Getting a Templar over here to stop this would be, I think, the better option. But instead, he's going to come up here. He loses the last Templar, looks like. No storms left there. The final bit of army is destroyed. And this is going to be it, guys. Razz going to have to tap out. Hawk, in an epically long game, finally manages to take him down. There's the final Archon there. As it falls, so too does the Protoss Empire. And that is the end of this game, guys. And the end of the series that we have for now in NA Team Battle. Unless I get some more replays from Gypsy. Hopefully we do get some more of those, and we will be able to continue this series. It's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope the audio and visual were a bit better. I'm trying some new settings there on the old OBS. I think my PC is just not quite able to handle playing the game and also recording at 1080p as well at the same time. I'm not sure what's the real issue. I'm trying to work it out and make sure that the stream is looking good for you guys. Anyway, that's it for me. If you did enjoy this series, guys, go ahead and check out Gypsy's channel for the live viewing of this series, the NA Team Battle, and go ahead and check out both Hawk and Razz. The links are in the description down below. My name is ANSC. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next video.